Hey everyone, Phi Farley here. It is February 12th, college basketball best bet, coming to you in an awesome slate today. Just a fantastic slate of games. I'm trying to narrow it down, trim the hedges here, get down to the best bets. I got a best bet of the day for you. Then the other ones are going to be coming here later today when it comes to patreon.com/Phi Farley. Back from a vacation. Thank you for your patience. Took my family down to Disneyland and was fantastic. Did have a day of pouring rain on Sunday. But other than that, fantastic weekend down there with the big mouse. So great to be back though, and looking forward to getting a pick out today because I think we got a good one. Before I get to this, let me say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please take a second to do so. Much appreciated. And if you want my picks each and every day, by the way, this should be a quick plug for patreon.com/Phi Farley. If you go over there, you get my picks every day are posted, even when I'm on vacation or those kinds of things, I'll get a pick out. So you were able to get in, for those who are over there, for $2 a month. You were able to get all my daily best bets each day posted over there. So a couple wins there in the books by having that $2 for 30 days. I think that's a pretty good deal. It's really not meant to be paying for picks. It's really to just say kind of a thank you for your time, so to speak. So if you feel so obliged, you can check that out, patreon.com/Phi Farley. All right, now let's talk about today. Okay. Like I said, dream day of college basketball and NBA. Great games on the slate. I'm going to cut right to it. We're going Big East. A great conference that I've had some success in. We got Villanova hosting Marquette at 5:30 tip. These two teams, very similar. In fact, the Big East is stacked right up there near the top. With Creighton, Villanova, Butler sitting right behind Seton Hall, all 7-4 in conference. Both Villanova and Marquette 17-6 overall. Butler, Providence right behind them. This conference is stacked. You couldn't sleep on Georgetown though, if or even St. John's in any given game. Not to mention Providence or Xavier. So here we have two of the upper echelon teams, Villanova and Marquette, going at it at home for Villanova. It's a revenge match for Villanova, two ranked teams, 15 and 18th respectively. Let's talk about Marquette. So Marquette has won 6 of the last 7, only loss being Butler, number 13, in the country on the road, 4-point loss. Marquette has been doing fantastic. They're led by Marcus Howard, leading scorer in the country. Meanwhile, Villanova has dropped 3 straight, before that winning 7 straight, the last 3 being to Creighton, Butler, and Seton Hall, the top echelon of the conference, and really tough scheduling spot for them to take those games back to back. Butler, a super close game, lost at the last second from a 3, and then they come home to face the number 1 team, Seton Hall, of which they lose that game by 6. Good news for them. They're now back at home. They have Temple up next, which is a non-conference game. Should not be too stressful for them. Focus on this game against Marquette. Like I mentioned, it's a revenge matchup. They have this game circled. They need this win to get the wagon straight. After that, they have DePaul. They can rattle off 3 straight wins here, and then focus on Xavier. After that, they could get 4, and then they have St. John's. They can win that. Then they have Providence at home as well. All inferior teams in this conference. They're going to rattle off some wins. So it really starts with this game against Marquette. Now let's talk about Marquette's scheduling. Coming off a huge win against Butler at home, top 25 opponent, and they go to Villanova, a team they've already beat. And then they got Creighton at home, a team of which they lost to earlier in the year quite convincingly at Marquette. They lost by 17 in that game, 92-75, earlier in the season. So we could look over this game a little bit. I don't think they will because Villanova's ranked. It's a big opponent. But I will say, Marquette has struggled to play in Villanova in the past. They have not won in the last 10 years. They haven't lost in the last 5 years, last 10 games, home and away. They haven't won at Villanova yet. Let me say that again so that comes out clear. In the last 5 years, which covers home games and away games, the road games, they have not won yet. let me run over some numbers about Marquette on the road this season. So they give up, they score 5 points less when on the road this season. They give up 14.7 more points per game, 78 per game when on the road. So they have defensive troubles when they're on the road versus they're 3-4 overall, a losing record overall. Villanova, on the other hand, even home and road when it comes to scoring. However, they hold opponents to 6.1 points less per game when at home than on the road. They're 10-2 at home. I mentioned the 2 losses they have in conference, but they average only 64.1 points per game to their opponent when they're at home. So we have a scheduling side advantage for Villanova. We have a revenge matchup that favors Villanova. We have a history that favors Villanova. And we have a struggling team in Marquette when it comes to home road that favors Villanova. So all things said, this line opened at 4. We have big money coming in on the Villanova side. I'm following that big money. It's got us up to 5.5. I'm going to lay the 5.5 with Villanova at home to get the job done as the daily best bet. So there you go, Villanova minus 5.5. Good luck, everyone, today. Check out my other picks, patreon.com/Phi Farley. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you again soon.